Facilitating learner-centered teaching, specifically the learner-centered pedagogy in course subject PED 102. Facilitating learner-centered teaching is a potent tool to help reservists and practicing teachers understand the fundamental pedagogical principles, processes, and practices that are anchored in learner-centeredness and other educational psychologies, as we apply it to facilitate the delivery of teaching and learning in the current educational milieu. When we say learner-centered pedagogy, it follows a constructivist approach. Thus, it places students at the center of the teaching-learning process. Students are more active and participative. Now let's proceed to delivery modalities. First, we have this face-to-face learning, in which the students and the teacher are both physically present in the classroom. Meanwhile, this blended learning, it combines face-to-face with any or a mix of online distance learning. So, the following pictures are the examples of face-to-face learning, and then the next one is the example of blended learning. Next is the technology-based or online or e-learning, courses which happen fully online in which learners never meet each other face-to-face. As you can see on the picture, it allows for a maximum flexibility in learning in different locations, but it also presents some challenges with regards to building a learning community. Now we have this distance learning, wherein it has two types, the online and the modular distance learning. Online distance learning, it is a teacher as facilitator engaging learners' active participation through the use of various technologies. Meanwhile, this modular distance learning, it involves individualized instruction that allows learners to use self-learning modules or the SLMs in print or digital format or electronic copy. So this is an example of online distance learning, while the other picture represents as modular distance learning. What is method? So when we say method, it is a process, procedure, or way something is done or implementing a plan. And when we say strategy, it is the goal or set of actions or plans to achieve one aim or something. Why methods and strategies in teaching is important. Strategies help students begin to understand the process of learning. It helps students to bypass their areas of weakness and to perform at the level at which they are capable. And lastly, it promotes flexible thinking and teach students the importance of shifting their approaches to different tasks. Now let's have cooperative learning, in which it is the process of making a classroom of students into small groups so they can discover new concepts together and help each other to learn. So this is an example of a cooperative learning. Next is the presentation, in which it conveys information from a speaker to an audience. It means to present, like on the given picture. Another one is the panel discussion, a specific format used in a meeting, conference, or convention. So this is an example of panel discussion, wherein it is a live or virtual discussion about a specific topic amongst a selected group of panelists who share differing perspectives in front of a large audience. Now let's proceed. We have these letters KWL form an acronym for Know What Learn. And aside from that, we also have this brainstorming as a group creativity technique by which efforts are made to find a conclusion for a specific problem by gathering a list of ideas spontaneously contributed by its members. The following are the example of KWL and also the brainstorming. Now let's proceed. We have this case study in which a research methodology that is commonly used in social sciences. Meanwhile, this jigsaw technique is a method of organizing classroom activity that makes students dependent on each other to succeed. The following are the example of case study, and then the second one is the jigsaw technique. Moving on, we have discussion methods, a variety of forums for open-ended and collaborative exchange of ideas. Meanwhile, when we say small group teaching, a distinct mode of teaching that is closely linked to active learning. This one is discussion methods, and then this one is a small group teaching. Now let's proceed to experiment, a procedure carried out to support, refute, or validate a hypothesis. Meanwhile, when we say role play, it is an activity when you are either put yourself into somebody else's shoes. So this one is experiment, and this one is a role play. Aside from those methods and strategies of teaching, we also have this mental method, we have this project-based learning, problem-based learning, constructivist methods, a topic method, and the gamification. And these are the examples of those, what I have mentioned, methods and strategies of teaching. Aside from those, we also have this simulation game, laboratory method, workshop method, demonstration method, nutshell, and inquiry-based learning. Along with these methods and strategies on teaching, these are also the examples and the representations of those said methods and strategies. And that's our topic all about. Hopefully you've learned something worthy from our topic. This is your speaker signing out.